So, in the process of this being apart, it got shifted. And I'm a little fucking pissed because now it's lost a keyway and I have to make one. It's like, yeah, you can buy half moon keyways, but who's got the money or the time to go find one, you know? So, never to be found again. Here I am, having to make one. So the idea is to cut a bit of this, which is too wide, weld it together. Ah, man. We'll weld it back onto this piece, roughly shape it, and then cut the excess off and hope that I can make it. I think I can. That's why I'm going to try it. Wish me luck. So yeah, there's my key. Hopefully it holds. It's a little bit bigger. It is key steel, but hopefully my weld holds. I'm just going to cut it off. Because that side, the weld's looking a little bit shallow. Anyway, I think it'll work. And this key a little bit bigger, because this key is the hardest part of the machine. The hole in the slot's actually worn. So this one being a little bit bigger, it won't hurt. I just got to cut this thing off and I'll mark it appropriately and give him a snip. But I should go and get some second hand. Where will I cut? Inside the line? I'll cut right on the line. Touch it up on the grinder if I need to. Probably won't need to. It'll probably actually mesh in there nicely. Because I'm always looking for keys and stuff. I use this here hex stuff to make the Briggs and Stratton focus tube. Fuck. I use this, yeah, to make the Briggs and Stratton keys anyway. Because it's too big. So, yeah. That should have this fixed. Yeah, because I've put it together and once I put it together, I started putting that side together and that side's fine. And then I've turned it around so you can see it, so it's at the top for me to work, but this key was missing. And I'm like, oh, it's been shifted in here once. And yeah, I think for the life of me I could find it. So I'm like, well, it's obviously fallen out coming into the shed. You know, like, lots happened since then, a lot of excavation work and stuff. So chances of finding it, even with my magnetic thing, are slim. You know, like it doesn't pick up metal that's subterranean. So anyway, yeah, and I've got the fire going in the shed here, so I'm warm. Yeah. Plus I got tomorrow to play around, so this is even better. The whole thing's going to have to come apart again one day anyhow. Because I mean, that needs seals. These bushes are worn. In here, they're just brass bushes. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's going to go. Just going to keep putting oil in it. And a few bolts have actually vibrated out the engine. And whatnot, they've stripped out and it's actually leaking oil. So considering it's only 4 bolts to hold the thing on, I'm thinking about just pulling it apart, retapping half of these threads. I think that one's a dowel, but that one is a thread, I think. Or is that one a thread? No, it's a dowel. But one of them by chance, where is it? Yeah, that one there. The bloody thing backed out and came out the front and I didn't notice. Because it's under the intake and everything. And yeah, fell out somewhere obviously. And I did a crude repair job on here because this is somebody else's repair job, but it broke, so I repaired it crudely just to get me going. So I should probably fix it properly. It looks a bit, I mean, it's agricultural, who cares? But you know, like, maybe I should make it look a bit better. As solid as that is, probably should have a hole in the bottom here to keep it draining out, because the reason that rusted away is it used to have a throttle up here, and this one doesn't. I just use the pull throttle on the side. Even my governor linkage here is all, I mean, it all works fine, it just doesn't look pretty. And that carby's broken off, that nut's in there just to keep the dirt out. The air cleaner zip tied on. I should drill it out and tap a thread and put a new stud in there, so as I can put the proper air cleaner back on, well, proper cover on that air cleaner. They're supposed to have the big fuel tank, like it's double the size, probably 3 times the size, but yeah, that's rusted out, so that's the one she gets. And when you run that out, that's enough for a while. Your arms are vibrating, especially if you've been in hard ground. So let's get this keyway finished, put it back together. I don't think I will tack those. I was going to tack those at the ends, but I don't think I will. If it does continue to piss me off now that I've done all the hard work with it, like now it's all just going to be soft, shallow work. If it does continue to come loose and pose an issue in the sense that there's too many moving parts, then I'll do it then. But for now, I don't think I will. So I think I'll be doing something to this sooner than later, before it strips out the gears, because there is a lot more movement in there than I remember. That bush has flogged out something chronic. So I have a friend that's very good for lathe up in Clare. I might, yes, I might take the gearbox up there and see if he can do that for me, and then I might see if I can put some seals in it. So yeah, see if we can give it a second run of life. Well, I mean, it's had probably multiples, but you know, another run. Yeah. I might use it for a bit tomorrow and have a bit of a play, but I won't do anything strenuous with it. I think all its hard work's done. So yeah, it might be a case of fix it up and use it for light work. Yeah, I reckon. And then, yeah, maybe buy another rotary hoe in the future for all the heavy work, or borrow one, whichever. So yeah, anywho, that's all I've got to add for